This is Steve. He owns a restoration company making over $1 million every year. And he came to our Business Scaler Challenge wanting to grow it. I'm going to show you what we did to massively increase his profits on every single interior restoration project that his company got. So you'll get to see the main bits from our one-on-one session where you get to see not only how we discovered the issue, but also how we figured out the solution to that problem.
One thing for you to probably think of for my business is think of it as insurance and non-insurance. And those are two different animals. And I actually do a lot of work of both. And insurance on one hand is my prices are limited, but that job can sometimes be easier because insurance is like a railroad track. Like they run on this track. And so when it comes to how we're going to operate and stuff, it's just making sure our internal processes are right so that I can build everything that's along that track. I got an insurance company cut me up $2,000 for an asbestos thing that I'd done. And they waited 5 months to look at it. And I moved ahead to help the customer. And then they just denied me that $2,000. The work was already done. They said, I don't have to pay this. And I'm certainly not going to go to court over $2,000. So I took it in the pants. And so in order to protect myself, I sometimes have to slow down the process, which a customer never likes. I can charge above insurance prices if I wanted to. And the last meeting I was on with you, you were just talking about how there's no benefit to being in the middle. And, you know, when you're at the bottom, okay, cool. If you want to play that game, play it. But, you know, obviously quality is going to take a hit. And then if you're at the top, at least you're giving good quality or whatever. And so since that last meeting, we got one estimate that was approved at a probably 12% higher margin than we typically do. And then I just wrote another one that was probably 20 higher than we typically do. And so on the non-insurance side, I found that I can probably rely more on what we talked about in our last meeting concerning prices than if I'm on the insurance side.
Yeah, because the insurance side, it's really, you can only look at cost and everything. Really increasing revenue there just depends on what is there. You know, what's the damage? You can't make more damage.
I can't make it up.
Let's say you want to scale pretty much just the insurance work. You need someone that is really good at estimating and that can break it down. And that's a really difficult skill of having that attention to detail that you break something down that to most people is like, oh yeah, that's like a 2-step job. It's actually a 40-step job, and you've done the 40 steps to do that job. You just need to communicate it that way. And the thing is, once you get someone like that, it's not like the profits you make off them are ridiculous, whereas on the private end, improving there, you make much more. So that's kind of the approach we take, is we maximize private, and then on insurance, we make sure it just works.
Yeah.
The money is not in the insurance. As we move along, and as the more we see insurance back out of things and everything, and how some insurance companies were saying, oh, we're not even going to do roofs. There was like the scare about that for a while. It's the money is not in insurance. The money is in the private thing. And I don't know if you're already doing this. On insurance work, are you also adding on private work to it?
We do have a system for recommending certain private pays to customers on roofs, not so much on water and mold.
The key there is actually going on, because we've worked with a few restoration companies on this, and the biggest thing is on that interior side. So the roof part, that system is already great, but I think the majority of the potential is actually inside the house. So let's say you detail everything in the bathroom, and you go, hey, look, your bathroom's going to be unusable for X amount of time. And this is actually even before you get to the demo part of things. You go, hey, your bathroom's going to be like this for a while. You're not going to be able to use it, or maybe the whole house. And then that's when you go, hey, putting it back together, no matter how we put it back together, the difference might be a couple days, maybe a week. Do you want to go in, make improvements to it now that we can? So once we destroy everything, we can rebuild it however you want. That's kind of the key, is where you're going, instead of just, oh, since we're here, you want to add more. It's, hey, since this is not going to be used, do you want it to be better when we go back? And the insurance is going to pay for the majority. So you're not going to get a chance to make improvements to your home without the time penalty and the money at this deal that you're getting right now.
Yeah, this is going to be the best time, least expensive time, when insurance is covering 60% of this, right?
And we already have to do work on it. We're already
there. Yeah.
So it's like, you don't
couple
need
more days.
You don't need more construction later on. Because if we come in, we fix this, and then 5 years down the line, you say, hey, I don't like this bathroom, I'm going to get it redone. you have to pay to get it torn out of what we already did. And then you have to have the whole construction time that's already going to happen. So it's going to be today's work and tomorrow's work. So that's kind of the thing that you sell them on is this is the cheapest you'll ever have to redo something. So typically, and you show them, hey, if you were to do this from zero, so let's say we didn't have the mold, this is how expensive it would be to remodel your kitchen, remodel your bathroom, whatever, right? And you tell them, and then this is the timeline of it. But if we do it now, because the insurance is already paying for this, you get it at this price, and it's only going to take us one more day than what it would have, or 2 more days. People have things that they want to change within their house, but it's always the thing where, because it's not realistic to think about it, because it's not that affordable to do, it's not front of mind. But when you put it at them and say, hey, look, the majority of the stuff has already been covered. Like, it would just be us trying to move things different. And the way you make the proposal to them too, you should try to include it so it's in a way where, hey, we're going to figure out what the best way to put everything back together differently is to bring it to the same cost, right? Or if I explain myself correctly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You can design the job to be in a way where it's different, but it's not that much more expensive, right? And that's a huge way where it's like, hey, look, instead of spending $30,000 to get all of this done, once you want to, you spend an extra day of construction, an extra week of construction at most, and you spend 10 grand to get something that would be 30 grand, instead of having all this construction in your house just to get back to what you already had before that you don't like. And you tell them that. You tell them, hey, if you wanted to do this without insurance helping, it's like, you're lucky you got mold damage. You're lucky you
right. Turn it into a great positive thing.
Now you get the opportunity to remodel it for way cheaper than you usually would. And you say, hey, if you come to me and you want this, and I don't think you guys do remodels outside of doing the putback, but if you tell them, hey, if you came to me and said, hey, I want to remodel my bathroom and make it look like this, I'd charge you 15 grand. But because insurance is coming in, I'm charging you 5 grand. And now they go, whoa. And it's a thing where they can't go and shop around to get a better price. They won't get a better price.
They won't get, because I'm already being paid the insurance. It's impossible to get a better price.
It's impossible for the only way they would say no is like, oh no, I actually loved how that room was. And unless they design that home themselves and it's a custom built home, no one's going to say that. You kind of can't say no to, because when's the next time you're going to get water damage? Right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, no one's
gonna joke about it. You can throw that joke in. It's like, hey, when's the next time you plan on getting water damage? And they go, well, hopefully never. So you go, well, you never have this opportunity to get it at a third of the price.
Their own words, I get to. That's genius, bro.
So